I mean, so can they have the right to get that 501c4?
Listen, they're entitled to engage in that type of activity. They're entitled to free speech and all that. They can file as a C3, but when you file as a C3, which is a political organization, to be engaged in this, you have to disclose your donors at the same time, and this is what this is all about. These outside groups don't want to disclose where they're getting their money from in order to influence the outcome of elections, and I think that is wrong. I think when our country was founded, our founders signed their name on a Declaration of Independence, which was an act of treason, punishable by death by the British government. And they were willing to put their name out in front of the world that this is what they stood for. But these groups today, they want tax-exempt status, and they want to withhold the identity of their contributors. And that way the Koch brothers and the multi-billionaires can come in with their money and try to influence the outcome of these campaigns and hide behind the shadow that also includes tax-exempt status, and I think that's wrong. And in fact, the language is clear in the statute. They're not supposed to do that.
Time for one more phone call. We're going to wrap it up with this. So last question of the day. Go ahead.
Okay. I just briefly want to make sure I understood that the Founding Fathers created a revolution so that the government could force you to disclose how you use the money. Okay, I got it. Well, quick, I just want to tell a story since we like anecdotal stories. I have a friend, Tom, and his wife. They had affordable care. They had a high deductible HSA, cost them just over $400 a month. They have one young son, Anthony. And a few months ago, because of Obamacare, their plan was canceled, no longer available to them. Through the exchange, the best they could come up with was about $1,100 a month. Tom told me he works full-time, 8 hours or more a day. His wife works full-time. And they live in Chippewa. These are local residents. Tom told me that they had to make a choice: either pay their mortgage or pay for health insurance. They couldn't do both. And then about 2 months ago, they were at a store, and an accident happened with their 3-year-old son. He had to be airlifted over to Rochester. He had basically brain bleeding, and he will make it. God will. God blessed them, protected his son. But my friend is now facing bankruptcy. They're going to go through litigation with the store where it happened, and that will drag on for years because of trial attorneys like Kind and what they've done there. But and so my friend will have to file bankruptcy because he no longer had health insurance as a direct result of Obamacare that Ron Kind continues to support, continues to back, and continues to champion. So you got your anecdotal story. So do lots and lots and lots of us out here.
Well, do me a favor.
It's bad law. It's bad law. Redo it.
Do me a favor.
Don't ask me to come up with a solution. I'm not a congressman. You need to come up with a solution.
Well, do me a favor. Contact Tom and ask him if he's interested in contacting my office so I can look into the particulars of his situation. But this thing I do know.
I will do that.
Before passage of the Affordable Care Act,